Hey, what's going on, guys? Jake the Bills fan here, and if you're watching this video, don't worry, I will get to why I do not like the Ed Oliver slander here soon. But if you are watching this right now, we are going to be recording the Jordan Hour tonight, and we need some questions for a little segment that we like to call the People's Questions section. So, if you want to, drop any comments that you have and questions about the Buffalo Bills down in the comments section below, and they will most likely end up in the PQ section in the Jordan Hour show that comes out on Wednesdays on the Buffalo Fanatics Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcast, and on Jake the Bills fan, aka Jake Jordan, on Thursday when the video version of said podcast drops. So if you guys are interested in that, then make sure to drop whatever questions you have down below and we will answer them in the podcast. Now, onto the video. You know what we don't like here on Jake the Bills fan more than Miami Dolphins fans that like to troll and say that they're going to win the division? You know what we don't like more than them? Our own members of Bills Mafia trashing players that do not deserve to be trashed upon. And I will let you know that right now. What is going on, everybody? Jake the Bills fan here. And if you haven't already, from the beginning and looking at the title of this video, I am tired of the Ed Oliver slander. That is going to be one of the main topics on the Jordan Hour this week, but I want to talk about it in its own video, talking to you guys and getting your input on what you think about people trashing on Ed Oliver. In my opinion, I don't think it has any basis because I've seen things from Ed Oliver as a bust to Ed Oliver truly doesn't even deserve to be a football player in the NFL. And that is just what absolutely blows my mind. And the fact that some of Bills Mafia is still stuck in this mindset that if the guy does not absolutely perform and he's not a stud after a couple of years, that he's trash and we should move on from him already. And I think, again, that is just ridiculous. Ed Oliver showed, at least in his first season, that he had glimpses of what could be a really, really good player. And then this year, when he comes back and, he has a wish-washy season, there's already people that are like, oh, well, we got to get rid of him. Ed Oliver, he's not the guy, just because our pass rush wasn't as good as a lot of people would want it. And at the current moment right now, our pass rush is still the exact same, but hopefully this morning with J.J. Watt posting something about his wife eating wings and putting red and blue hearts on it, hopefully that's a little sign that maybe in the coming days we will see that the Buffalo Bills are hosting J.J. Watt in their offices. Anyway, on from J.J. Watt. I've already talked about that ad nauseum. If you have checked out that video, then thank you. And if you haven't, make sure to go check it out. I put out a video thinking why the Buffalo Bills probably should get J.J. Watt if he was available. So now, Ed Oliver, why did he not have that good of a year this year? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's two words, star and Latulale. That is exactly why Ed Oliver did not have the best season this year. Now, don't get me wrong. Ed has things that he does need to work on. Every player always does. But I'll tell you right now, Ed Oliver was not the same player when he was getting double teamed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this year Ed Oliver actually did have a pretty good pass rush win rate, but being double teamed, he was not able to get back to the quarterback fast enough. And Ed Oliver being double teamed is a result of Starr not being in the lineup to eat up two dudes. Next to him, we had guys like Quentin Jefferson, Harrison Phillips, and Justin Zimmer. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Zimmer. I think he's a good backup guy. He's really athletic. But I don't think any of the three dudes that I just named off are guys that you're like, oh yeah, those guys are definitely demanding a double team. Towards the end of the year, Harrison Phillips, who's really our only true one technique defensive tackle, was able to do some things, but he wasn't a stud. He's not huge like Starr is. He's not able to clog up those lanes and then leave Ed Oliver one-on-one to go after somebody. That's like what Bruce Nolan on the Bruce exclusive on Buffalo Rumblings talks about as well, is he compared it to Deion Dawkins not having the best line around him. So everybody was saying, hey, what the hell is wrong with Deion Dawkins? We should cut this guy. He's a bust. That's exactly what's happening with Ed Oliver right now, and I will not stand for this slander. And you shouldn't either. If you see somebody calling Ed Oliver a bust, you call them out and figure out what exactly their reasoning is for calling Ed Oliver a bust. And if it's because he's had a lackluster career getting up to this point, you need to tell them exactly why. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a comment down below. We are, again, recording the Jordan Hour, and we do need questions. So if you have any questions about the Buffalo Bills, make sure to drop them down below. And how do you feel about Ed Oliver? Let me know. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Jake Jordan, aka Jake the Bills fan, where it's all Bills all the time. Join the football mafia. Mafia means family, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would join mine. Plenty of seats at the table. So again, this has been the same Bills channel with the same Bills content. I will see you guys in the next video.